It's okay to not be okay. What should you do on the days that you just don't feel like it? You just don't feel like you want to do anything. You don't even feel like you want to get out of bed. What should you do on those days? How can you muster up the energy or even the interest to do something that day? What you do when you feel really low, you feel in the darkness, you truly feel that there's no light, you can't see any light. What can you do to move forward? Can you even move forward? Are you stuck where you are? You can be stuck in the darkness forever. Welcome to the latest episode of the Mind Body Health Podcast. And following on from last episode where we spoke a lot about I spoke about a lot about mental health and I give you 4 free tools that you can access anytime that will help you if you're going through any mental health challenges. Now, mental health challenges can be anything from you just having a bad day and you don't even know why. There's no particular reason that you can pinpoint. You're just not feeling you've got that oomph, all the way to you're in a really bad place. You're going through a lot in life. You're in the darkness. You can't really see any light. So there's a huge spectrum of where it can be. Mental health encompasses all of that. Because if you don't make some kind of positive step in either of those scenarios or anywhere in between, it's only going to get worse. And it compounds and compounds and compounds. And it becomes more normal. And mental health challenges become normal so that you're living literally in a mental health nightmare that's increasing in its severity and overwhelm and the way it's taking over your life. And I'm very passionate about mental health. Mental health is a huge issue, and it's a huge issue that needs to be spoken about more, which is why I speak a lot about mindset and psychology on a lot of these podcast episodes anyway. But last episode and this one, I want to particular focus on it to give you some little tools and insight and perspective that I hope, if you're going through any kind of mental health challenges, that it will help you. And that's where it's important as well to let me know, whether it be a comment underneath the podcast or private message me or email or whatever it may be, because I need to know and I want to know if this is helping you and how it can help you even more. So in the last episode, I give you 4 tools all about, gratitude, journaling, exercising, and there's another one. Whatever the fourth one was, it was 4 tools I give you that you can draw on anytime that will make you feel better. On this particular one, I will give you a couple more tools, but also a general perspective. And I want you to look at it like this. I explained it this way to someone yesterday, actually, and I'm going to use this analogy again. So if you take a carpenter's doing work, and throughout whatever he's doing, making a kitchen, whatever it may be, there's different times of the project he'll use different tools. So he needs to do something, he'll grab a certain kind of tool. He needs to do something else, he'll grab a different kind of tool. He needs to do something else, tool. He encounters some problem. He needs to rectify a particular tool. So he's got a toolbox. So he's grabbing the tools he needs at a particular time to rectify the situation, improve the situation, to fix the situation, whatever it is, progress the situation. I want you to look at it the same way. So when you're having a bad day, and like I said, it can be just, you don't even know why, there's nothing really going on, you don't have any particular mental health issues or anything like that, you're just having a bad day. To someone who's gone through an awful lot of stuff, a lot of trauma, presently or in the past, having a real dark time, it's the same thing in terms of you need to do the same. There are different levels, and obviously everything's relative to every individual as well. But the key thing is you grab the tool you need. What tool will help me? And the most important thing is that when you're in that point, you're going to keep getting worse if you don't do something about it. You're going to keep feeling worse. So if you have a day starts off and it's bad, you're just not feeling good, you're just off it, you're going to have that negative self-talk. You're going to have that negative voice talking to you. And if you let it take over, that day will go from a day that could have been like an okayish day to a day that's going to be a bad day because you're going to keep telling yourself what you should be doing and how stupid and bad you are that you're not doing it. And it could just be a day just off. We all have days like that. But society makes us feel that we can't have that. Society makes us feel there's something wrong with us if we have a bad day. Society makes us feel that there's something wrong with us if we're not all happy-go-lucky every particular day. Society makes us feel there's something wrong with us if we're not progressing every day. Society makes us feel there's something wrong with us if we don't have the house, the car, the partner, the kids, the holidays, holiday home, loads of money in the bank, doing our dream job, all this kind of stuff. Society embeds all this stuff in us and embeds comparison in us. And this is the root of, this is one of the major roots of mental health issues for people, because they never feel enough. Are you like that? You never feel enough. You always feel you should be doing more. And this is where you have to break free of societal conditioning. It is so important that you do, because society puts this bar up and people feel they have to reach it. When the reality is, for the vast majority, they will never reach it, can never reach it, don't need to ever reach it. You have your own idea of what you want your life to be like. That's what you have to strive for. And it's so important you break free of comparison. And this is why TV is very damaging, and advertising in general, because you're bombarded with adverts. What are adverts doing? It's making you compare where you are right now, or where you feel you are, to somebody else. Same as with social media. It makes you compare to them and makes you feel bad, when what's being portrayed to you is not the reality. And social media is not the reality for the people who are portraying this perfect life, everything's amazing. On TV or radio or billboards or any form of advertising, it's not realistic in terms of what they're portraying is that's, oh, this is perfect, this is what you should be aiming for. It would be beauty products, fitness products, health products, life products, whatever it may be. The goal in marketing is to make you feel that you need that to make your life better, to make you feel better. So it's all about comparison. So comparison is a thief of joy. It's important for you to step away from that. So I urge you to work on your comparison. When you're finding yourself comparing to others, catch yourself and stop it. It's not easy. It's easier said than done, but you have to do it. And how do you improve a situation? You improve a situation by taking action, even if it's tiny. And by taking action consistently, it becomes more normal and easier for you. It's the same as when the negative voice in your head starts shouting. And it starts as just a bit of chatter. Then it's a little louder. Then it's louder than screaming. Then you're listening to it. Then you're letting it consume your day. And you're feeling more and more negative and more negative about yourself. That will reflect in your actions that particular day and beyond. You need to counteract it. You need to tell it, shut up. You need to tell it, that's not true. You need to tell it, no, this is reality. And it's, again, easier said than done, but things can't change unless you do something. So even if you're in terrible darkness, and you find it hard to get out of bed even, and you don't see any light, you have to tell yourself, yes, there is light. I'm going to find that light. And even if it means literally in that day, you're in bed, you don't even want to get up, you don't see any point, you have no motivation, you literally get out of that bed and you move to the sofa downstairs or in the living room if you're in a bungalow. And you go in and just sit on that couch, sofa, and stay there for the day watching Netflix. It's still a positive step that you get out of bed. You're staying in the bed is not the place to stay. You're staying where you are. Any form of improvement is improvement. Okay? So I want you to see it that way. I want you to see the goal is just taking any step in the right direction. It does not matter how tiny the step is. Okay? I want you to focus on that. It does not matter how tiny the step is. Just do something. And like I say, grab your toolbox, get a journal, verbalize how you're feeling, write it all out. And it helps get it out of you. Think of what you've got to be grateful for, even if you feel there's nothing to be grateful for, which will be typically the mentality when you're in a bad place. There always is. There always is. If you've got a roof over your head, that's much better than being homeless. If you've got food on the table, better than having no food. There's so many different things. It could be a sunny day. Someone smiled at you. You know, your child, your parents are still alive. There's endless stuff, endless things. We can all find something to be grateful for. Exercising, like I said, will elevate your mood. I said that in the last episode. It'll elevate your mood. You can't exercise without feeling better. It's impossible not to. Other things to draw on as tools, any forms of escapism. So if you're into playing computer games, I'm not a big fan of people playing computer games, but if you're into playing computer games and you're in a bad place, play it for a while. It's escapism for you. Humor, laughter. Like the last episode, I spoke a lot about laughter is the best medicine. You know, choose comedians that you like to elevate you. Watch them. Watch sketches. Watch YouTube clips. Watch their shows. Series, TV series, comedy series, animation comedy, movies, any of these things. People who elevate you. Certain people you have in your life or you know of that when you are speaking to them or in their company, it just elevates your mood, brings up your energy, they make you laugh, they make you feel better about yourself. Reach out to them and don't think twice about it. Too many people think, oh, I don't want to be bothering them, I don't want to be bringing them down, you know, I don't want to be stealing their energy. No, Do it. Reach out. They'll be glad to be able to help you. They'll be glad to be able to make an impact on you. And let them tell you, look, I can't deal with this right now. I can't be talking to you every single week trying to help you. I'm not in the right headspace, I'm not in the right energy. Let them tell you that. Don't make your own assumption. People will like to help other people. People get a lot from helping other people. And if it brings them down a bit, it brings them down a bit. You're still in a very bad place. You need to come up. It's more important you come up than worrying about them going down, because it's only good them going down a little. Okay? So reach out to people. That's something important. It's so important. And just as important as that is, if you have people in your life who are super negative and bad energy around you, when you're in that kind of frame of mind, stay away from them. Don't communicate with them. You'll just bring you down. Okay? So there's many different tools out there. There's a way of thinking you need to work on. You need to work on how you reframe things. You need to work on your mindset and have mindset shifts around things. None of it's easy. I'm going to stress that. Everything's easier said than done. But the choice is stay where you are, which most likely will mean you will get worse, because no one stays where they are. Where you get worse, you get better. That's how it is with everything. You're growing or you're dying at a cellular level. So when you're in a bad place, you need to do something that's positive, that's a forward step. Even like I said, it's going from the bed to the sofa. It's still a positive step. You got out of bed. If you did nothing else positive in the day, here you go. Read, watch, listen, something that's positive personal development material. Do a bit of exercise. You'll just jump around for 5 minutes. You'll feel better. Journal. Gratitude. Music. What's a song that uplifts you? Whenever you hear it, you just feel your soul start to lift. Turn on that music. Turn on that song. Even if you have that song and repeat all the time. I have one particular song that whenever I hear it, it just feels like my soul lifts. As I said, repeat. Or if there's a group of songs, watch that. What gives you escapism? Like I said, computers, playing games, watching football, sport, whatever. Sport's amazing escapism. And it's why so many people latch to it, because they're not in a good place in their own lives, not happy with their own lives. But for that 2 hours, they have escapism and they just feel so much better. For me, a lot of my own personal therapy is cooking and music. So when I need to kind of just escape, I need to feel a bit better, need to elevate myself, I'll turn on some music, particular kind of music that I love. That'll elevate me a bit. I'll start cooking, I'll start playing around with recipes, I'll start baking. It elevates me. I get a lot of joy out of it. And it gets me escapism from what I'm bothered about, what's preying on my mind. So focus on what is escapism for you. We're all different. Pick your escapism. Okay, so I hope between this episode and the last episode it has given you a bit more, I suppose, depending where you're at, hope. It's given you a bit more insight. It's given you a bit more tools that you can use. It's giving you a little bit more perspective on society and how a lot of society is the reason you feel how you do often. Giving more perspective on the importance of people in your life, both ones you need to limit and people you need to bring more in. The key thing is that if you're in a dark time, if you're in the darkness, or you're just having a bad day, or anywhere in between, draw on your tools. Think again, the carpenter with his tools. Which tool am I grabbing now? Grab a tool. Doesn't even matter which. Just pick one that will elevate you. You just need to elevate. And that little spark will likely lead to another little spark, and you get a bit of momentum. Doesn't mean you're going to feel amazing within an hour, but you'll feel better. And the next day might be a little bit easier to take positive action. And then you, again, come with the same attitude. And then you start to climb out of the darkness, start to see the light. None of it's easy. Everyone's got traumas of some sort. Everyone's got limited beliefs. Everyone's had some tough experiences. Everyone has their own psychology and thought process. We have to continuously work on it. You've been subconsciously conditioned since you were a baby, since you could hear everything around you, everything you've experienced in your life. Every person has come into your life, whether you've been directly dealing with them or they've been in the background. All of that has brought you to where you are right now. And for practically everybody, there's, as I said, limiting beliefs, traumas, there's ways of thinking that don't serve you, that are all formed because of all of that. And the key thing is that you work on breaking chains of the past. You start making peace with certain things that you need to make peace with. You start slamming away and smashing limiting beliefs. You just start making progress. You start working on you. You're the most important person in your life. Your mind is a control tower. Work on it. Work on it continuously. I do truly hope that this episode and the last one have helped you. All the episodes in this podcast, the My Body Health podcast, are beneficial to anyone suffering any form of mental health of any level. But these two particular episodes have been focused on it, and I hope they've helped. Do let me know. Leave a comment below. Share this with anyone you feel it would add value to. And feel free, obviously, hit me up on any social media. And if you'd like to book a free coaching call, there's a link below as well. I offer free coaching calls. Jump on with anyone and see where you're at and help you, give you a couple of tips and guidance that'll help you. Keep an eye out for any of my online or offline workshops and jump on. And I share tons of content every day on social media. Make use of it. It's all designed to help you to live your best life and to elevate you when you need to elevate. So, as I said, hope this episode has helped. Do let me know. Keep taking positive action. Remember, draw on that tool that's best at that particular moment.